Getting this front end stripped down. Gonna make it a little easier to do this wiring. We've got computer mounted, and we've got some distribution blocks. This will be the ground. We've got a constant 12 volt over there. They're both going to be mounted on the battery side up under there. Cool, there you go. It's got a 5.3 4L60. It's got a stock truck harness, reworked. Some of the stuff we pulled out of it already. We took the intake off, the knock sensors were shot. We just kind of assumed they were. It's 70,000 mile pull out from a Silverado. And basically just going through all the factory wiring and morphing the stock harness with the LS harness. So we've gone through and labeled everything. We had a battery in it, tested everything, so we know what we need and what we don't. The old factory gauge wires and stuff will come out of there. Most of this stuff right here is just headlight, but yeah, anyways, 1969. Cool car, I'm excited. So just kind of getting started on it. Figured, well, hell, we worked on it for, I don't know, a couple hours, a few hours here and there. Pressure washed it, pressure washed the engine bay the other day. I haven't been videoing anything, and I figured I wanted to go ahead and start. So anyways, we'll go get started. Here we go. Alright, there's the grill out. This is where we're gonna mount the power and the ground tower. One here, one there, and then we're gonna do the relays in the same spot on the other side. The relays won't be here till tomorrow, but we're gonna go ahead and mount power and ground tower now. Alright y'all, it's been a few hours since the guys left. I'm out here kind of cleaning up, taking a look around. I want to show you guys what we did. That is a 12 volt distribution block and a ground distribution block. And those are both going to be wired directly to the battery. These are the relays. There's an ignition tower in there too. That's the ignition source for the relays. So basically the black wires from the relays will go over to the ground tower. The red wires from the relays will go over to the 12 volt tower. So that'll be the main 12 volt power and ground for the relays will be basically directly to the battery. Something else we finished up today was the mounting bracket for the computer. I bought these brackets right here off Amazon for an earlier project and never used them. So we repurposed them for this car. painted them up, bolted them up. I had to build this little panel right here. It almost looks like a license plate. It's pretty close in dimensions, but cut it out. We had to put some spacers in between there, but got the ECU mounted. It's just finger tight right now, and it's like super solid. So we did get started on the wiring today, just laying the harness back out on the engine. It is bolted up to the computer underneath there, and then it runs up here on these hoses, and then it kind of just runs just like a stock truck. My dad brought his Tahoe over today, and we saw that the transmission harness was here and the passenger side engine harness was here, so we kind of just put it back together exactly like it came. The harness fits really well. It does. I mean, it came from this engine, so it just makes sense. But we did clean it up a little bit. You see the harness up there is the transmission harness. We still got to run it down, but I knew that stuff was good. So besides the wiring, we still have the NOx sensors to install before we can do the final tighten on the intake. I believe we're going to get injectors. I'll finalize that decision probably tomorrow. And then we'll be pretty much ready to finalize this wiring stuff on the engine harness. It's pretty exciting. Something else we did today was mounted the coolant reservoir bottle. So yeah, I just wanted to give you guys that update. We'll see how far we get tomorrow.
I'm just going to spin it over and try to get some oil pressure. No way. Dad's stuck with the driver. Alright, y'all ready?
Let's check for leaks real quick. Still not registering?
No.
Alright, let's put a mechanical gauge on it. Alright, so the car fired up after a few turns. We thought the battery might have been a little too low, but it ended up starting it. So as you can see, I was kind of holding the throttle a little far open, so I didn't know what it was going to do, and I was trying to get a confirmation from Shane if it was registering oil pressure on the gauge. Turns out it was not registering oil pressure, so we shut it off. Shane's headed down now to grab his laptop that has HP tuners on it. He's going to go ahead and hook up to it and view the oil pressure through the stock oil pressure sending unit. What you gonna do now, Napoleon?
Turn the key on, just on. Either that sensor's bad or there's something wrong.
Where's it at? I got another one. It needs more.
Just one in reverse.
Give me a little throttle. Just a little. Probably in reverse right now.
God dang.
Hey. What do you think, bub? She moving, bub?
First drive.